All right. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to episode two, I guess, of this um, vlogging. Yeah, let's call it that. And the reason why uh, I think I should probably take a step back and do a little bit of explanation as to what I'm doing, right? So, the reason why I'm doing this vlog is because I am doing a test. I want to start a podcast strictly using my phone. Okay, so that's the whole goal, right? But for you, if you want to start a podcast, and then I'll explain here in a second why this might matter to you, is I want to do it strictly editing. I want to do the marketing of everything, recording all on the phone. Why? Why not? So I already have another podcast, the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast. It's strictly about sports, right? But this time I want to do it on something different. We'll get to that part. So what did I do? So what I ended up doing is I went ahead and I chatted with Chat GPT. I did. I use AI. Listen, at this point, everybody's using AI. Your phone has it. You at work, you have it. Everybody has it. So why not utilize the tools that we have available to us in order to make our life a little bit easier to do this? So I did, and I asked ChatGPT, "Hey, how do I start a podcast strictly using a phone?" Right, in my case, it's an iPhone. So whatever phone you have, use that. Okay. So and then it came up with a list, and I put it on my tablet here, and I want to go over how they broke it down. Okay. And then we'll move into how we're going to do this going forward. Okay. So the title of this article the ChatGPT wrote is "Starting a Podcast with Your Phone is Easier Than Ever. Thanks to user-friendly apps and affordable equipment. Here's how you can do it." All right. So it broke it down into seven parts. Number one, plan your podcast, right? And it has four bullets underneath that. Number two, gather equipment. And number three, choose a recording app. Number four, record your podcast. Number five, edit your episode. Number six, host and distribute. And then number seven, promote your podcast, right? For the purpose of this episode, we're going to strictly stay with number one. And then in later episodes, we're going to do the other ones. All right. So this is where your interest comes in, right? I'm going to use myself as a guinea pig to start a podcast from scratch using um, tools are available to me through my phone. I'm probably going to end up using things like some headphones like this, right? That you can buy very cheap on Amazon. I'll put a link on the Amazon as well, and then also using the phone, right? Right now for this episode and for future episodes that I'm going to be telling you how it's going, I'm going to use the power of that I have available to me. Okay. But then the first one is plan your podcast. All right. So do you have a name to your podcast? If you do, good for you. If you don't, it's not the end. We're good. For me, I do have a title, a working title, and the working title for my podcast is Phone Conversations. Why do I call it Phone Conversations? So that's part of define your topic, right? Choose a niche or subject you're passionate about. So what I want to do is I want to connect with people, business owners, social media influencers, players, anybody that is willing to talk to me about how do they define success? How did they get to where they are? Right? I'm fascinated because everybody has a definition of success, but is not the same for everyone, right? So what your definition of success might be a little bit different than what my definition of success is. So I want to know what that is. So I want to have a conversation strictly on the phone. I want to have it over the phone. We could be over Zoom or it could be over FaceTime, but just regular phone conversations, right? And the reason for that is I want you to feel that you are in this with us, right? Like you're having that conversation with us as you're driving to work or at the gym or grocery shopping, things like that. I want to make sure that you are there. you feel like you're there in that conversation with us. All right, so that's my topic. What is your topic? Format. And before we continue, guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe this video. I am going to be releasing one of these videos a week. I want to make sure that you guys are all up on the up to know about it, right? So subscribe to the podcast and make sure that you guys are always in the know. All right. So number two, format. Decide the structure: solo, interview based, or co-hosted. For me, it's going to be interview based because I'm going to be interviewing people over the phone. For you, it could be you and your friends are going to be sitting around talking about the podcast, talking about sports, or talking about whatever it is. You That's what's going to be. Okay. And then co-hosted. Um, Obviously that's what it is, but solo is you by yourself, your thoughts. You're talking about a specific topic that you want to talk about, knitting, or you like Legos and you want to talk about the latest Legos that are out. I love Legos, by the way. So and then length. Determine the length of the episode. How long is that going to be? 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45, an hour, however long you feel like that is the right length for you, do that. For me, I want to make sure that I'm within that 35 to 45-minute length. And I'm very specific about that because studies show that as soon as you get past that 30 minutes, people start losing that attention. So I want to make sure that they are receiving the information within that right amount. Also, the length of a trip to work is between 30 to 45 minutes on average. So something to think about. Frequency. Set a schedule for releasing your episode. How long do you plan on doing this, right? So if you want to release it every week, you want to release one a day, every other week, a month. It's up to you, right? It's up to you to determine what that appropriate amount of episodes is going to be for your podcast. For me, I want to do it weekly. So that's the plan right now because it could change, right? We have busy lives. I'm a married man with a kid. I got other things that I have going on, work and all that. So a week may not be the right thing. We don't know. So we'll see, right? And then those are the things that I want you guys to think about now, right? If you have your thoughts already, if you know what you want to do, put it in the comments. I want to know. Let's talk about it, right? But one, again, like I'm going to go over this. Let's, recap. Again, plan out your podcast, define your topic, right? What that topic of that podcast is going to be. Number two, what the format is going to be. Is it going to be just you talking like I am right now? Um, is it going to be interview based? Are you going to be interviewing people in the subject in which you are interested in? And then co-hosted. Are you going to have one or two or three people with you talking on the microphone over Zoom or in person? How is that? How are you imagining that podcast is going to be? And then uh, the length. Determine how long each episode is going to be. Is it going to be 15 minutes? Because you're reading the news and you're giving your thoughts on the news? Is it going to be 30 minutes, 45 minutes? You decide. It's really however you feel comfortable about. And then last but not least, frequency. Set a schedule for releasing the episodes. When do you plan on releasing them? Every Monday, every other Monday. I'm just picking a day, right? Like you can pick whatever day you want it to be. It's how frequent. Every month, right? Did you want one a month? Or every day. It's really up to you, however you feel comfortable. So those are the things. This is video number one, right? And in our next episode, we're going to talk about gathering equipment, right? What those equipments are going to be. So thank you for watching. Again, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video, and if you find someone that could be interested in this video, send it to them. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and then we'll see you guys in the next video.